Heels World.
What is up, Heels World? It's your boy Heel, and I'm back with a quick little video. So I just finished watching Seth Rollins' special on the WWE Network for the WWE 24 that aired after Raw. Seth Rollins Redesign, Rebuild, Reclaim. Pretty much talking about Seth Rollins' 6 month of rehab from his injury that he had like literally late last year in that European tour in the match with Kane. He talked about how it happened. He did like a sunset flip. His knee landed wrong, and how he was able to finish the match, not knowing what was happening, finding out that he, tore everything pretty much on his knee, his meniscus, his ACL, I think also his MCL, and he needed to get rehab. They showed him having surgery, but at the same time, at the beginning of the whole thing, they showed him arriving in Jersey, Newark, for WWE Extreme Rules. Being in disguise, getting in the trailer, meeting up with Mark Carano, working out what was going to happen for the event. And in between that, and they showed him rehabbing, being back with his family and friends back home in Iowa. They talked about Rollins' beginnings, him being a child, doing all these crazy flips and tricks, and how he wanted to be a wrestler. And they showed him on his early days of backyard wrestling, him and his friends, and how they made it like a big deal almost, right? And after that, they showed a clip, or they mentioned the fact that he did have a match at the age of 19 against none other than AJ Styles. And pretty much they had a good match, and apparently at the end of the whole thing, AJ got on the mic and put over Rollins, or back then known as Tyler Black. Could be wrong on that one. And pretty much Rollins reminisces back to that very moment, and he talked about his time in Ring of Honor, facing the likes of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, or I guess back then known as Claudio Castagnoli, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Bryan Danielson, and Austin Aries even. And it talked about all of that just getting to WWE. And one of the big things, if you watch this, we can just tell that Rollins is so bothered with the fact that he was going to miss WrestleMania 32. And I understand, because you think about it, right? You're working hard in your craft, and you're on top of the world, you get hurt, and you find out that you're going to miss the biggest show of your profession. It has to suck. Can you imagine, for example, a professional soccer player or football player, for all my European listeners out there, or viewers, someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, or Leo Messi, or Robert Lewandowski missing the World Cup due to an injury. And the World Cup is like the biggest tournament in soccer and football, if you will. It has to suck. It would have to really suck, being that the World Cup is every 4 years. Can you imagine for someone like Rollins being hurt and missing the biggest show in the company, the biggest show of the year, the biggest WrestleMania of all time? It had to suck. Even for someone like Neville, who got hurt weeks before WrestleMania. But again, they pretty much showed his rehab, how he pretty much was going out of his way to get back into the ring sooner than ever. And it led up to his return at Extreme Rules, which I was at, where he pretty much pedigreed Roman Reigns, and the crowd in that building, I'll tell you, went out of their fucking minds. Everyone went apeshit for it, myself included. And I'll be honest, after watching this, I'm open to seeing Seth Rollins win at Money in the Bank against Roman Reigns. At the same time, though, I think if it was the other way around, if you had Seth Rollins come back as a babyface and you had Roman Reigns as a heel, you could tell the story of, hey, this is a comeback story. Here's a guy who got hurt, who pretty much grinded it out and rehabbing, trying to get back, comes back, wins the title. That, I think, would tell a good comeback story. Obviously, they're not going with that route. I personally feel, I think a lot of people said this before, the big money with Seth Rollins is him as a babyface in the long run. But drop your comment down below if you've watched this special on the WWE Network. If you haven't, go out of your way whenever you get a chance to and watch this and enjoy it. All right? It's almost an hour special, if you will, on the network, but it's really worth the watch. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure to like all my videos. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video, I'm Heel Steven, signing off.